The New England Patriots once again are being disrespected before this 2024 NFL season. We're going to talk about it right here. Hopefully put some respect on their name. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots. We talk New England Patriots football right here, daily basis. So if you've subscribed already, you rock. Appreciate you. If you haven't, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. Love to respond to you guys. Love the chatter. It's a good time. Back to the topic, being disrespected. I can't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield, that was a very poor impersonation. Please don't move on from the video just because that was so bad. But we are going to jump in. If I can get this going. There we go. Whew. So ESPN, as always, doing ESPN things, coming out with a ranking of not teams, but the young core players on each team. And the New England Patriots, when it came to this ranking, didn't get the best of news. So they were ranked 25th out of 32 teams in the NFL when it came to their young core rankings. Now, I'm going to tell you what disappoints me the most is they only list two players when they talk about this. They list Drake May, who hasn't played a snap, and Christian Gonzalez. Now, I do understand before you say, well, yeah, Aaron, that makes sense. Drake May eventually be the starting quarterback. Christian Gonzalez was the first round pick for the Patriots the year before. Yes, I understand that, but there's a lot of other players we can talk about. I will talk about these two quick. Yes, I understand Drake May will be the face of the franchise. The New England Patriots want him to be selling out jerseys, all these different things. They want him to be a star. Yes, of course, that's the NFL. Quarterback's the star. That's why he put that. As well, Christian Gonzalez, I do love this one because he has a ton of potential. He had that 1 month last year where he played, tore his labrum. He was out. He had his shining moments. There's a reason he was the number one cornerback in that draft. It was a great move by the Patriots with a defense that is primed, ready to go, was great last year, and I think can be even better this year with players that if they can stay healthy and we can make some contract extensions. I won't get into that, but I understand why they put these two. The frustrating thing with this article were there's multiple other players that have a lot of potential that they'd even list, they'd even talk about, and one being our boy Pop. Pop was not even mentioned. If we know anything, Pop was the leading receiver last year. He had 79 targets. He had 561 yards, I believe. Yes, I know that wasn't a lot, but remember the quarterback situation was rough last year. It was a shaky season. He went in there and showed potential. Also, another guy they didn't show that was drafted high that year was Keion White in that 2023 season when Gonzalez was picked. Then it was White. Later on in the sixth draft is when we had Pop when he got picked. But we go to Keion White. If you've seen the video that I made on him, you can look back. It was one of my first ones. But Keion White has a ton of potential. He's an athlete. He's a great edge rusher, not afraid of contact, high motor. Don't even mention him. Great pick. Don't even mention him. So we're going to just jump in. We're going to look at the draft picks as well for this year. There's your boy Drake May. First round pick, third overall, my fault. But we look at our other players. We've talked about Polk. He has a lot of potential, and hopefully we'll get a lot of targets this year from Jacoby and possibly May as he gets into the games. We'll see how the line's doing. We'll see how I guess the coaches feel when it comes to his progression. But Polk, Jalen, has a ton of potential. He was on a great Washington team. They had three very prolific receivers that dominated, and he could have easily been, at times, was in the first round discussion when it came to wide receivers. But if you know anything about college football and about this draft, it was a very, very deep wide receiver class. A lot of wide receivers picked. Caden Wallace, talked about in past videos, has potential to play. It depends on our two offensive tackles, how that looks. I know that obviously one we just picked up, one we extended a contract, so we will see how that goes. Layden Robinson could get some playing time with Strange out, so we'll see with him. I want to talk guard again, but I'll talk about that in a minute when we look at the other draft class. Javon Baker, again, that's another name there's been a lot of buzz on. When OTAs and all these different things, he was doing great. So a lot of potential there. Marcellus Dial, I have a video coming up in a little bit on him. So we're going to jump into him. He's a 6-foot cornerback, a lot of potential, raw talent. And that's not necessarily something we need, but still. Joe Milton, strong arm, probably will be a second-string quarterback or third his whole career, probably second, who knows. And Jaheim Bell, beast, steal in the 7th round. Another video on him I've made. But with all of that said, there is potential here. But just like any other 2024 draft pick for any other team, none of them have played yet. And the only name that he chooses to say is Drake May. A lot of other potential. What I would say is a lot of other steals, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. Next. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too heated. We look at the 2023 draft class. So we look at Christian Gonzalez. Dog. A lot of potential. We talked about already going into a defense that is mature, has a lot of talent, and you could argue was one of the best in the NFL last year. Next, Keion White. They failed to mention Keion White. Awesome edge rusher, athletic, could do a lot for us this year. Could really have a breakout third season. My fault, second season for us. Mapu, he played safety. Also another athletic guy. What's interesting about him, I believe he was not invited to the combine. 3rd-round pick, Sacramento State, not a lot of people think of, but he is a big guy in 6'3", huge. So I know that our safeties are pretty solidified right now. When we look at Peppers, hopefully we give him extension, and Duggar. But Mapu, a lot of potential there. Then Sidy Sow got a lot of playing time last year, and I think we'll step into a bigger role this year, and hopefully we'll take that step. And if we can get him and Strange playing well, that offensive line, X factor, I made a video about that the other day, that would be huge. But we go all the way down to our boy Pop. Look at 2 Michigan State players sandwiched right in between is our boy Pop. Now Pop, as we said, kind of thrusted into this situation. Not a lot of great quarterbacks he's playing with, but he goes in, he balls out, he does what he can. So I think he is going to have another important role in the offense. But again, frustrating to say, hey, these are the 2, Drake May, Christian Gonzalez. Again, great guys, a lot of potential. But hey, this guy's done it. Other people have been out there. There's a lot of other potential. 25th seems rough. And those are stats. This is one other thing I want to show you before we kind of wrap it up. This right here, you're probably wondering, Aaron, what is this? This is Houston Texans. I don't really care. Okay. Last year they made the playoffs. They went 10-7, won a playoff game against the Browns, then they lost. The year before that they went 3-13-1. They were hot garbage. They went into the draft. They got C.J. Stroud. They got Will Anderson. They balled out. But this bold prediction, and again, this is just when it comes down to it, how places like ESPN make their money is people coming in and reading this stuff. And as a Texas fan, if I was a Texans fan and I saw this, I'd be like, what the heck? Come on. What? Like, okay, ESPN, thanks. Appreciate it. Just spreading that negativity. But they predict this, and you never – what happened? They went in, as I said, they balled out. They went 10-7, beat the Browns, smoked the Browns. Remember watching that game. And then the Ravens, who a lot of people thought had a good shot at making the Super Bowl, especially with the Chiefs that had been shaky during the season, they kind of got smoked by them. So I think that just goes to show you never know. Just because the young talent it's not a bunch of people, names that not necessarily are household names. There is a lot of potential for the New England Patriots. Comment below, between this draft class and the last draft class, so 2024 and 2023, what players do you think have the most potential? Let's leave out Drake May and Christian Gonzalez, but what people do you think have the most potential, let's say on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball, and why? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Kick out this negativity from ESPN. We're done with it. What do you guys think? Let's put some respect on their name. Tell me below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I truly appreciate it. You guys rock. This is Sports Talk Patriots. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.